All right, so you've heard me talk about it before. I'm not a real fan of licks. I'm a fan of learning a concept so that you can take that concept and pieces of that concept and put it in other areas. And something that I talk a lot about with my students online is something called chunking. And that is, it's not new to me, all right? If you want to check out more of this stuff, go check out Gary Chafee. He's got a great, some great books on patterns. It's the Pattern series. And he talks about this idea of taking sticking patterns and making them, instead of one big long sticking like you just heard at the intro of this, you break it up into smaller segments or chunks or what I call it, and then you take them and you can rearrange them. And so if we take sextuplets, for instance, in a bar of 4/4 time, we have 6 sextuplets per beat, and so that's going to be 4 times 6, that's 24. We have 24 notes to deal with. Now, I can break that up in any number of ways, but the way I'm going to break it up today is I'm going to break it up into a 7, a 7, a 5, and a 5. 7 plus 7 is 14. 5 plus 5 is 10. Add those together, you get 24 notes. So 7, 7, 5, 5 lays evenly over a bar of 4/4 time. All right, with sextuplets. So let's learn the layout of what I've done. And what's fun is after you've learned these stickings, then you can rearrange where you put them on the kit. Really, the sky's the limit with this. And I've got a couple other lessons on the YouTube channel about this, as well as extensive lessons in the members area on my website about this concept of chunking and how we can use it in our playing to take linear patterns or rudiments or whatever that may be. So let's take this first one. So we're going to be in sextuplets, and instead of learning it first 6 notes, second 6 notes, third 6, we're going to learn patterns. So we're going to learn 7 notes first. And the 7 notes are based off of a double paradiddle. So right, left, right, left, right, right. Okay, paradiddle diddle would be right, left, 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 right? This is a double paradiddle, so it's going to be right, left, right, right. But we're going to add a note onto the end of that. So the sticking for the 7 notes is going to be right, left, right, left, right, right, left. Now you can move accents around in this. On the sheet music, I have it accented in a certain way. You can move those accents if you would like to. The first hit is going to be here on the snare drum, so it's going to go 1, 2. Then the next one is going to be on my hi-hat. So 1, 2, 3. After those 3 notes, we have a left hand, and then we come back to the snare for 2 rights, and then we go to the hi-hat closed with the left hand for the 7th note. So very slowly. Now the next 7 notes are going to be the same sticking, we're just going to put it in a different place. So it's going to go right, left on the snare, then a right on the high tom, a left on the snare drum, a right, right on the high tom, and a left on the snare drum. The last sticking is simply going to be right, left, kick. And we're going to play that twice, and we're going to lay it around the kit in a different way. So the first one is going to be right, left, right on the high tom, left on the snare drum, then a right on the snare drum, a left on the high tom, followed by a kick. And then the last 5 note sticking is right, left, kick. Now, 2 different ways I like to end this when I'm playing with sextuplets. I either start it on 1 and I end it on a crash. Or I'll start it on 2 and it'll be like a backbeat fill. So I can keep the backbeat going and never lose it. So that's two different ways that you can use that with sextuplets. Now, if this is a concept, we can take it further. So what I want you to do for homework is take 7-7-5-5 and rearrange it with sextuplets. Because here's the fun thing. If you have two 7s and two 5s, it's going to equal 24 notes. So you can put 5-5-7-7. You can put 5-7-5-7, you can put 7-5-7-5, you can put 5-7-7-5, 7-5-5-7. So you can rearrange these pieces any way you want, and this is all built around the double paradiddle, right? And so it's something we're somewhat familiar with, and we add a little bit to it. But the fun is in rearranging these different parts and making different drum fills and drum beats out of this, and that way we're not confined to like, I learned this lick. You learned some stickings that you can use in a variety of different ways. And we can take the layout of that one and we can use it in several other different ways. So I could use it in 16th notes. You can also use it in 32nd notes, okay? So we have, stay with me, a little bit of higher math. We have 32 notes in a measure when we have 32nd notes. That's why they're called 32nd notes. If we're in a bar 4/4, that's 8 notes per quarter note. Well, we just had 24 notes, so we know 7-7-5-5 equals 24 notes. What if we take 8 notes away from that? We have 24 notes again. So it can be 3 beats of 32nd notes. It doesn't just have to be sextuplets, it can be 32nd notes. So I can play that and let you hear what that sounds like. As well, we can mix and match them and just start playing around with them and having fun. So let's just do that. So it's really pretty fun and pretty simple what you can do with this. You take a sticking, you learn it, and then you rearrange it and you just have a lot of fun with it. That's where the magic is. The magic for me is not in learning a lick that I can only regurgitate in one way. Now obviously we only learned this sticking in one way, 7-7-5-5, and one layout on the drum kit because this is a shorter lesson. But you can take this and rearrange the pieces yourself, and that is your homework. That's what I want you to do. Take this 7-7-5-5, rearranged it in different ways. Sextuplets, I played it in quintuplets, I played it in 16th notes. I don't think I played it in triplets, although I could. 32nd notes, you take it and rearrange it and see what you can do with it. I don't want you to do what I do. Do what you do. Do your thing with it, all right? If this lesson has helped you, leave me a comment. Let me know you're here. I love hearing from you guys. I try to respond to all of them, although sometimes it gets a little bit daunting. Hit that thumbs up button, share it with somebody you think may also dig this. And as well, if you want to go deeper with this concept or others, if you want like a plan to get you and push your drumming forward so you know what to practice, when to move on, that's what the Drum Better Daily program is about. The link's below this in the video description, so you can jump over there and see what that's all about. But no matter what you do, I'll see you here in the next lesson.